Good morning and welcome back to Talking Planning. Now, a little birdie told me that today there might be a very special bus running on the 311 or 312. So fingers crossed that is the case, and let's go and see if we can check it out. I'm on a Shorncliffe train now and I'm going to jump off at Sandgate.
Now arriving at Melbourne
So fingers
Station.
crossed
If this is
we get to
your
go on this
station,
cool bus today.
Prepare to disembark.
If you're not too sure on your fleet numbers, let me spill the beans. 99 is an old Mercedes O405NH with a Volgren body, and it's very, very rare. In fact, it's the only one remaining in southeast Queensland, and there aren't many across Australia in general, so very much looking forward to jumping on board if it actually turns up. So fingers crossed we can jump on board. As I wait at Sandgate bus station, this is the moment of truth. And yes, it's bus 99, Hornibrook's sole remaining Volgren-bodied Mercedes Benz O405NH. That's a bit of a mouthful. Previously, the company had 4 of these with Volgren bodies, in addition to another 2 with Bustech bodies. They also still have 2 operating with custom CB60 bodies, but all of these are rarely seen in route service now. Just a few years ago, seeing an O405NH on a 680 was a normal thing. But today, bus 99 is an occasional fixture on the 311 to 314 WIS services, substituting for a BCI midi, or it can sometimes be seen in the 326 or 327 in place of an MAN 18310 diesel. The O405NH is the low-floor variant of the O405 developed for the Australian market. The O405NH was quite popular amongst both private and government operators. With State Transit New South Wales and Transperth operating plenty of them, and private companies like Surfside Bus Lines, Clark's Logan, Thompson's, and CDC New South Wales operating plenty of them as well. Due to their popularity, they've worn many body styles built by Volgren, custom coaches and Bustech. My personal favourites are the CR221L, the custom coaches 510, custom 550, and of course the classic Bustech body, which was highly popular in Queensland and New South Wales. But let's get back to these specific buses, as Volgren CR221Ls are very rare in Queensland. Hornibrook's ones have had an interior facelift since they were first delivered, and 99 has now been fitted with these modern McConnell seats, trimmed in the same seat fabric to match the more modern Scania K230s, and it looks far fresher than the dusty old red cloth that they were delivered with. The rear seats, flip-up wheelchair seats, and the front seats still sport that old red fabric. The handrails are painted in the same yellow that is ubiquitous with route service buses in Queensland, and the stop bells are the typical Volgren affair. More interesting is the ventilation system, with the air conditioning being delivered through holes drilled in the panelling rather than plastic vents. It's simple, yet effective. The no-nonsense design is something that I appreciate, and it makes public transport vehicles more durable, and that means they can keep up with the rigours of school kids, teenagers, and drunk people on nightlink buses. Over the last 20 years or so, public transport vehicles have been modernised with lots of new features like air conditioning, USB ports and cloth seats, which is great, but The question is, are they still durable? Only time will tell. And it'll be interesting to see how buses built today look in 2040.
What makes these old Mercs really cool is the fact that they're so loud, but they're really great to travel on. And it's a fun experience, just don't know how long it's going to last.
I've always thought that these older Mercedes have been great vehicles, and a lot of that comes down to the power plant. Put simply, you've got 250 horsepower, a 5-speed ZF auto, and plenty of torque, which is really good and you move with great progress. But if you're after a quiet journey, you better look elsewhere, so let's have a listen now.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
Personally, I'm a bit biased, but I always enjoy travelling on these old Mercedes buses. A to B commuters are probably going to find them a bit noisy, but from an enthusiast perspective, they're decent when the aircon works. Many people dislike the compressed natural gas powered versions, but I'm an opinion rebel, and quite frankly, I don't mind the older gas powered ones either. I know when I'm down in Sydney, I'm always looking out for the custom Citaro bodied O405NHs, which I know many others are keen to avoid. So, overall, if you're a connoisseur of classic Mercedes buses, the Hornibrook Volgren bodied O405NH should be on your must-catch list. And, since it was a 1998 build, this is probably one of the oldest buses in southeast Queensland and probably won't be around much longer. Things have been rather busy at the moment, so the regular posting schedule is out the window for the meantime, as I've got quite a lot on my plate at the moment. But rest assured, there is plenty of great planning and transport goodness to come. So anyway, thanks for joining me, and I will see you again soon.